Yeah. Waluigi #1. Yo, what is going on, everybody? I am your host, Slackerz Gaming, bringing you the next matchup of the DLC character tournament. This is the tournament that we are farther along in. We're getting close to the end, and yeah, we got some. The tournament's shaping up to have some really good matchups and turnouts, and all that good stuff. But yeah, so if you're new and you want to participate in the tournament, it's very easy. It's a tournament where we vote in the matchups, and you see the two characters in the title of the video. That's the two characters that are in the matchup for the day. And the way you vote is just simply down in the comments, simply type the name of one of the characters that you would rather see as DLC character for Smash Ultimate. Pretty simple. It's a double elimination tournament, meaning character has to lose twice before they're officially eliminated. But at this point, that rule almost doesn't matter, because there's only going to be one character left that only has one win, but we'll get to that next week. But yeah, so we usually go over results from the previous week, because voting only stays open for 1 week for each matchup, and then we get the results. So got to go to the results. And today's results were from Sora and Master Chief. Spoilers, you know who wins, because the winner's in the title of the video. But I still want to give a quick little story about how this voting played out. It was honestly very, very close when I was tallying up the votes. You know, it would be like 3 votes for Chief, 4 for Sora, 4 for Chief, 3 for Sora. You know, like back and forth. Like they were literally, you know, the votes were tying each other as I just continued to count. But once I got further down, and you know, the later the votes happened or came in, Sora ended up pulling away a little bit. So Sora ended up winning the matchup right here, 62 votes to 47. So congrats to Sora. Gets to move on to today's matchup against Crash Bandicoot. And since it's a double elimination tournament and we are in the loser bracket, that means everybody in the loser bracket has 1 loss, and now Master Chief has his 2nd loss, and he is done from the tournament. But hey, he had a pretty good run. And I still think he gave Sora a pretty good run for his money there in that matchup. But anyway, with that being said, we got to move on to today's matchup. 2 characters that I think honestly have pretty decent chances. Both third party. I mean, I'll just jump into it. So I'm gonna just quickly state this. Both characters, of course, extremely popular. Fans want them. They're gaming icons, legends, whatever you want to call them. Moveset would be awesome. They all have personality. They'd fit in Smash Bros. Very well, and they'd be like kind of dream characters in Smash Bros. So all that aside, so I'm going to try to take a different sort of route. Usually those are the topics that I kind of go over when I talk about characters, but at this point I've talked about a lot of these characters so much that I'll be repeating a bunch of stuff, and I don't want to repeat, so I want to try to do something a little different. So of course we have Crash Bandicoot up first, right? So Crash Bandicoot, the way I'm going to talk about Crash is going to be his how they should, if Crash indeed does get into Smash Bros. As a playable character. I think it would be really, really awesome if they did something sort of like for a reveal trailer where Nintendo or even Mario, for in this case, somebody dressed up in a Mario costume, like a real life Mario costume, has a megaphone, and he just starts yelling into it. And if anybody knows what I'm talking about, Crash Bandicoot, back when he was kind of the PlayStation mascot, he was kind of like, you know, their #1 character back then, because he did have exclusive deal with PlayStation, and then that ran up. Same with Spyro, but now they're really multi-plat instead of just focusing on PlayStation, which I think is good for the character. I mean, if a company's going to own a character, that's fine. If it's their, you know, intellectual property, totally fine. But if it's like a third-party company, you know, kind of like Activision owns them, I'd like to see them on more platforms. I think it's better for those characters, such as a Crash or a Spyro or somebody like that. It just gets more people to know about the character. So back to what I was kind of saying. I would love to see this. I know a lot of people have talked about this, but I really think it would be such a cool touch if Nintendo did this. So Nintendo should have somebody in a Mario outfit yelling into a megaphone, calling for Crash, or some. What is Crash? I don't remember what actually kind of animal he is, but Mario should be yelling into the megaphone because it's like a throwback to, like I was saying, when Crash was the PlayStation mascot, there was the Crash guy in the Crash Bandicoot suit yelling into the megaphone. I think he pulled up to like Nintendo's headquarters, or he was somewhere and he's yelling into a megaphone like, "Hey, plumber boy!" And I think that would be such an awesome way to do this. Get somebody dressed as a Mario person, and he just starts yelling for, Crash, or he just starts yelling something weird. And all of a sudden, Crash guy, in the Crash suit pulls up, and he goes, "Hey, what the heck are you yelling at?" And then all of a sudden, Mario would hand him like a letter, and Mario just jumps away, whatever. Just moves off screen, and Crash goes, "That dude's crazy," something like that. Looks down, and then you got the little Smash Bros. Emblem, on the envelope. I just think that would be such a cool idea. Be kind of a cool tie-in too. I mean, there's history and there's not history there. I think a lot of gaming fans would really like that, and I think it'd be kind of a cool touch. That's how they could start the reveal trailer, and then once once the Crash guy sees the symbol, he goes, "Holy crap, Smash Bros!" and then jump into some gameplay of what Crash would look like and how he would play. I think that'd be really cool. I really like this picture too, because remember the Pac-Man reveal back for the Wii U 3DS where it was like red, blue, and then yellow. Here's a different sort of take. Still got the red and blue and yellow, but now they added orange up top for Crash, and they got the purple in the bottom with Spyro. And what? Waluigi's in my video? What? I don't ever talk about Waluigi. He hasn't been in this video already, I'm pretty sure. But it's just cool seeing like all these iconic characters lined up like that. That is so cool. I love I love seeing this stuff. That's why Smash is so awesome. I mean, at least in my opinion, that's one of the best reasons to own Smash, to see all these universes coming together and just playing it out. But let's move on to Crash's opponent. So there we go, Sora, right? Of course, Disney. And how would that work? Would Nintendo be willing to meet with Disney? I've read a few articles online that have said that they're Disney and Square. They're more than the creator of Sora. They're more than willing to let Sora be in Smash. It only comes down to, can they agree on how the character is portrayed in Smash? Does it fit? I mean, yes, the big thing is he's got some Sora. Has the Disney sort of ties to his character. He's got the Mickey Mouse charm on his Keyblade. You'd have to take that off, because Nintendo probably doesn't want to pay for that, first of all. And somebody was saying that they'd have to pay to take that off. I don't think so. I think creator of Sora from Kingdom Hearts, I think he kind of would be like, I think he could be level-headed about it, honestly. He'd be like, yo, I want Sora in Smash. It'd be a great way to get more eyes on the character. Plus, Kingdom Hearts is coming out, and, just remove the charm. Let's all be good about this. Be cool. Just, all right, here's some deals. Here's the details about how Sora would play and how he would look and all that stuff. Of course, Disney / Square would watch over him and have a lot of input. No doubt about that. No doubt about that. But they want to make sure their character is their character and still, it still works for them, right? Because I don't know. Well, and then plus the money side, right? They're going to ask a ton of money. But the flip side of that is, if that ends up happening, Nintendo pays out, the big money for the license and all the stuff that, whatever they need to get Sora, whether it's music. Obviously, they got to have some music if Sora were to be a DLC Fighter Pass character, right? Because it's the character, stage, and then a multitude of songs. So it'd be pretty interesting to see, and there's a lot of good music, a lot of cool stages you could choose from. Sora would be really awesome. And back to the point, yes, he would cost a lot of money, but at the same time, he'd make a lot of money. So I think in the end, it's more than worth it for Nintendo to try to at least pursue this, or at least try to have pursued this in the past, because they've already decided the DLC characters. So yeah, Sora would be really unique. Sora would be iconic, to say the least. Another break the internet sort of character reveal for sure. And think about if they were able to keep this a secret and not, in the game's files and all that sort of stuff, actually keep it a secret that only Sakurai and then Square/Disney, only them know. Nobody else. It's like a personal project that Sakurai could, do himself, because he'd work very closely with Square Disney on, Sora. And then, all the data miners couldn't find this out, and then all of a sudden we're just, boom, here's an announcement, next character, Sora, out of nowhere. Nobody seen it coming. Nobody could have seen it in the game files. All that would have been awesome. Would be so cool. But let's get to the voting for this match, right? Who would I personally rather see? Can I? You know what? I hate to do this. I want both these characters. I want both of them. I'll buy them. I already bought the Fighter Pass, so if they come in the Fighter Pass, I already get them. But if I was buying them separate, I would for sure buy Sora. I'd for sure buy Crash. I'd love to see both of them in the game. But who... Oh, man. I'm going to vote Crash, actually. It's weird. I guess I'd like to see him a bit more, even though I still like the Sora part where he's just to break the internet. I don't know. This is a tough one. I'm going to vote Crash Bandicoot, but I still want both characters. So, do I want to do this? Should I? If you want to vote for both, that's fine. I'm going to make that a rule from now. If you want to vote for both, that's fine. I don't care. We're almost done with the tournament. There's going to be tons of people that won't vote for both anyway, so it's not going to end up in a tie anyway. Hopefully it doesn't. But, yeah, if you want to vote for both, go ahead. I'm voting for both. That's what I'm doing. I'm changing the rules because I can. It's this late in the tournament, but bigger stakes, so why not? Anyway, my vote is going to be for both of them, so... Excuse me. All right, so that is going to be it for today. Should have had a matchup earlier today, I think, in the other... wow, in the other tournament, so go check that one out. I think it was Fortnite Default Jonesy taking on Steve from Minecraft. What a matchup that is. Wow. All right, but that is going to be it for this one. Hopefully you guys enjoyed as usual. Hopefully we catch you on the next one. Peace out, everybody.